Yep. Back here another day for Eagles Way of Boxing. Well, y'all already know, man. Y'all know how it go, man. You know, we're gonna talk about it. Whatever it might be, that's what we're gonna talk about. So it don't matter, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Whatever it is. Don't matter. Whatever it is, we're gonna talk about. I don't know exactly. Um, yeah, we got the title up there. Yeah, we got a title. But yeah, we're gonna get a little bit into that, but we got other stuff that we need to get up into. So before you come up in here, smash that like button. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, then have a seat. Smash the like button and then have a seat wherever you at. On the couch. You might be laying on the couch, but sit up now. Sit up before you spit up. You know, I don't want you to lose your lunch or nothing like that. Yeah? I don't want you to lose your lunch. I don't want you spitting up, laying down, because somebody might say something. Or you might not even read it, but I might read it, and then you start laughing or something like that. And we don't let that happen. We don't want that to happen. Put it that way. We don't want you asphyxiating or choking or something like that. When you were supposed to be coming in here, you were supposed to be having fun. Or you were supposed to be in grown folks trying to have a discussion here. Yeah, I'm messing around with papers and all kinds. You know me. I'm always messing with something. I can't sit still sometimes, so that's what it is, you know. So that's what it is. I'll wait till y'all get in here before I start telling stories. Yeah, but actually, I do have a story. I like to start my chat off a lot of times. I like to talk about stories, you know, with the things that happen to me. You know, it's just weird. This is a weird um, situation right now. So, and I see my brother out there. I see, yeah, sir, Hussein. Yep. Don't think I'm gonna forget about my food, man. Just make sure your family know I eat a lot. That's make sure they know. Make sure they know I got to put it down, man. Yeah, yeah. That's actually one of my stories. That I'll sit back and how was everybody's um, holiday or weekend? Um, yeah, I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna see my story is not. It's actually a light story, but it's like it's a story that I don't know if y'all are running into this right now. I don't know if y'all running into this right now. Y'all might be running into it, but we'll see. You was here like I think you were here the other night um, where Jay Brown just was coming into the chat and had to take a troll out. That just stayed on my mind for a little bit. I'm like, that's funny. It's just funny how things work out, man. Because usually for me, things work out so messed up sometimes. It's like you guys would not believe it. You'd be like, oh, man, I can't believe that happened. That happened too? Yeah. You won't believe some of the stuff that happened to me. And it's, I don't know, man. It's just, I think I tried to explain this one time. I don't know if anybody got what I was saying. I tried to explain it one time. That I have the opposite of what people would call like a regular like luck. Like if you lucky in a situation, I have the opposite of that. Come on, fellas, what you doing? I have the opposite of the luck, which is weird. I have now in a weird, strange situation, my luck or my so-called whatever you would call it would probably be fortunes. It'd be a fortune, you know what I mean? Because let's say, for instance, now this happens when we're trying not to do something. Let's say for instance, there's some odds out there, and the odds is like, I don't know. Let's put them nice and let's put them real high. 100 and no more than, yeah, okay, 347,000 to one. You got a 347,000 to one chance, and here's your chance. So the chance is you have a object. Let's say, for instance, um, I got an air freshener that I'm trying to produce right here. So let's say it's about this big. You see it? So this is about the size of a quarter, except for it's made into a spear. Okay, quarter size. Let's say, for instance, that there is a there's a basket that's going around. There's a bunch of baskets that's going around like this, and they're going up at different angles, and just around like that, right there. So the object is to throw this into one of those baskets, and they're varying speed. The speed changes, right? Now, with the fortune that I have, I wouldn't even have to look, and I could throw it and make it on the first try. And let's say the baskets are wide as like a regular drinking cup, sipping cup, something like that. And they just going around in circles, right? And let's say you have to throw it at least 10 feet, and this thing has holes in it, so it's hard to throw 10 feet with any kind of accuracy or something like that. Now, I could do it without even trying. The truth, and I'm just saying that's the way that my luck works. But guess how my luck works like that? My luck works like that. Let's say, for instance, that 347,000 to one shot that you can't. There's no way you're going to make it. So in other words, it probably take you 347,000 tries, so you would be broke because $5 per try, over $1.5 million, and you're only going to win. You only win. Say for instance, you win $1,000. So you spend over $1.5 million to win. What I say, 1,000. But in my case, it's flipping. So I would make it when you weren't supposed to make it. So if they said for everyone that you make, you lose $1,000, or you win 10 at 347,000 to one. Of course, everybody's gonna do that. Say, hey, I'm gonna get how much is it? $5 a try, or something. I'm gonna miss all the time. It's 10, 10, 10. I'm not ever gonna make it. You don't worry about having to pay that 1,000, right? You're gonna keep throwing. But on my case, my case is that opposite, to where you guys were supposed to miss, and my ass would hit that shit like 10 times out of 15. So instead of having $150, I'd be down what? Over 1,000. I'd be down 1,025. Oh, actually more than 1,000, 10,020. I would be down 10,025. Yeah. I see you down there, Gil, with your hating ass. Oh, hating ass, Gil Coles. Gil got his hate on, yeah. But this, I guess, Gil, you and Gil, that's enough. I mean, I don't know who else is in here, man. But anyway, whoever's in here, I guess that's enough for the story. I guess this should be enough, for the story or whatever like that. I don't even think my music was on today. I think I had it. I think I might have had it muted or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, let me read y'all out since y'all in here. Yasser Hussein, salute to Eagles. Salute back to Yasser. Then he said, anytime. When we had our little conversation about that food, then Gil says, what's up, Eagles Web? He said, AJ versus Free next for Undisputed. He yelling it out. Get out of here with that. Anyway, salute to Gil. And I don't care. Because the thing about me, man, I'm show me steak, baby. I'm show me steak. That's one thing my mom used to always say. You got to show her. She don't believe it. We don't believe nothing, man. Man, I'm one of the type. I don't believe nothing. It's hard for me to believe, man. Okay, so back. So this is my story, man. I don't know if y'all running into this around the country or not. You guys might be running into this, but I saw him at this restaurant waiting on some rolled rice, or what do you call it, sushi rolls, right? And the order's in about 6, something like that. Let's say 6 o'clock. That's when the order's in. That's not when it's being prepared. So it's supposed to be done around like 7. 7 something. So I'm like, okay, it's 7 o'clock. That's not bad. In these times, so I go to pick it up. Of course, I'm a little bit early, like 6:59. I see a whole line of people. I see not just a line of people, but I see it's a crowd of people outside. I'm like, okay, so there's a big crowd out there. So okay, so I don't like to be in crowds, and then I'm not worried about the mask and all that. Don't worry about. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so I wait and wait. I just bide my time. Everybody's looking over at, who's this guy pulling up and just not getting out the car. So I wait. I wait 15 minutes. So I figure, okay, that's good. That's a lot. That's enough time. So I get up and I go over there and I ask for the order. The lady's all, screaming back in another room in her language or whatever. And so then she comes back and she tells me, oh, it's going to be like about 10 minutes, about 15 minutes. So I'm just waiting. Okay, I'm already a little bit, I'm getting tight as it is, I'm starting to get a little bit tight. I'm not tight as crane cables yet, but I'm getting a little bit tight. So I go back again after my little 15. I gave her 15, so I go back again. And she talking about, oh no, they still haven't got it. So I went back and signed up for another 10. And mind you, this is like already close to 2 hours that the order has already been put in and it's not done yet. So finally I go back in like 10 minutes and it's finally done. And I'm nice. I just take take the bag and everything nice. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you that I have never ever been so frustrated where I snatched the bag of food, but this case I didn't. It was kind of warranted to snatch the bag. But this is my question. I was wondering, are you guys going through stuff like that when you type order like any kind of food? I don't care if it's takeout or if it's like from a fancy restaurant, you just want to go pick it up or something like that, or have it delivered. Are times getting real late with stuff like that, or was that just because I've been running? I'm just letting you know right now. I've been running through that. Just to let you know that has been happening to me. And I'm gonna put it to you like this: it's been happening to me a lot. A in front of the lot, and then I'm just like, I mean, you can't just go and choke somebody. You want to, like, man, now I could just go up there and just choke the shit out of somebody. You feel like it though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the word. I see what you wrote down there. See, that's the worst thing for me, there, y'all, sir. The worst thing for me. Gil Cole said he can't hear me, but y'all, sir, can hear me. You just can't hear. I don't know what's wrong with you. I might not have had no sound in the beginning. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have no sound in the beginning, so we missed the song. I didn't miss it. I just turned off the wrong. Yeah, I turned off the wrong speak. Make sure you guys on live though. Make sure you catch up on live so you don't fall behind or whatever like that. Yeah, but y'all sir said it happens all the effing time. He crying. And Gil said no sign. Okay, y'all slewed each other out. But he said deliveries turn up late, food order and it is wrong. bloody food turning up cold. Yep, there you go. And see, that's what I'm saying, man. And that's like, it's becoming like an occurrence to where it just happens like all the time. It's like, are you serious? You really are going to sit there? You're going to bring us the food late. And not only are you going to bring us the food late, you're going to bring me the wrong food. And not only are you going to bring me the wrong food, you're going to bring me cold food. I actually had somebody, there was a lady that was in line for, at this one place I was picking up some food. There was a lady in there with the same name. It wasn't under my name. But it was a lady in there with, with the same name asking for an order. And so she grabs my order, not knowing. I'm like, and I knew how much stuff I had to pick up. I'm like, because I had a huge amount of food to pick up. And I see this lady leave with the same name. I'm like, what's she doing with all that food? So then I go up and ask for my food like about 2 minutes later, and they're like, oh, you can see you can see the whole expression on their face change. Like, oh shit, you got rid of your food. Oh, we're gonna have to remake your order. Not this again. So I had to get my order remade or something like that. That's why it's good. And see, we had that conversation the other day about having like a great cook, as far as your wife or whoever's taking care of you. We was talking about like having a great cook. And see, that's the one reason that you need a great cook sometimes, man, because you don't want to be out there, ordering food and then shit happens like that. You don't want that. But anyway, smash that thumbs up on your way in, and everything is gonna be great that way. Yeah, but I was tight, man. I was like, how you get tight. Sometimes you be so tight that you gotta hold your mouth shut. You don't even just like. And you're practicing your breathing and stuff. You're like, oh man, that's just don't. And then you're giving yourself conditions with the person for the person. Like, just don't say too much. You know what I mean? just don't say too much. Get my food to me, but at the same time, just don't say too much. You feel me? Just don't say too much to me. Just get my food, but don't say nothing. Just don't. I mean, if you're gonna say anything, oh, sir, really, if you can say really sorry about that, then that's fine. But extra stuff, if you say anything extra, then that might push me over the edge. I might snap then. Just don't say nothing extra. That's the etiquette for when you effing up. When you messing up. Yeah. Let's get on your boy, man. See, we just get right into it all the time. That's how we do. Let's get into on your boy. And this might be your boy, y'all, sir. Anyway, I want you to think about what I asked you. Just really think about it, and then just hit me back if it's something that you see. If you didn't see it, then just say no, I don't think so. Does it seem like AJ is stuck in styles? That's question number one. Does he seem like he's kind of stuck in a style, like he doesn't have his boxing style doesn't have an identity yet? Because if you realize, he kind of scratched the old AJ, and so he's now does it seem like he's reinventing to anybody? That's question number one. And I'll wait for y'all, and then I'll get into it if you don't have any answers. And then of course I got another question after that. And then I have another question after that. And then I have another question after that. These questions are questions that a person can debate like for a long, long time. When I say a long time, like minutes, hours, days, or something like that. And then I see, oh, the brother slips up from the bottom, and y'all know who that is. That's Sir to the Flame, baby. That's Sir to the Flame, man. Y'all better recognize Sir to the Flame. That's right. Of course, I got to read it out, man. Sir Flame says salute to Eagles Web. He says salute to the chat. And as always, he said jab that like button or y'all neck. He said don't get neck in Eagles Web boxing. He got the swords up good and the glove up good, baby. So don't forget that. with the fire behind it, letting y'all know what's up with it. You know what I mean? So is AJ transitioning? Nobody answered that part. So is he going into another type of metamorphosis in his boxing style? A lot of things can be added in that. Do you like it? Is that going to make him? Is he that face, that tugboat to drag this whole ship of boxing and the boxers? Is that enough to drag? Is that enough for him to drag everybody with him? Can he drag everybody with him because of this new style? And I got some observations that I want to bring to you. Yeah, we'll talk about just a few things on Stevenson, because Stevenson, that was more or less. I saw only two I'm really gonna talk about. That was more or less like it was a whitewashing, but a lot of people are disappointed with that. But we'll talk about that too. Though. We'll talk about how. But let's see what y'all sir got. Y'all sir is up in here. Y'all sir said, I think he's trying to be more of a boxer now, and they keep talking about it. How AJ was saying his style was originally pure boxing, and he just fell into love with his power and kept going for the KOs. Oh, he fell in love with his power. How about his opposition? His opposition allowed him to have all those KOs. So as he got to calm, then his shit just kind of froze, right? Remember? And I'm gonna try to stay off of them points about the ref, because we got into that last time with the ref and all that. So I'm gonna try to stay off of that one right there. He said, I don't believe anything that come out of AJ or his promoter's mouth. Sometimes even when they tell the truth. See, and that's bad. Even when you tell the truth, then nobody can actually nobody wants to listen to you. Even when you tell the truth, that's sad. That's sad. And here's my take on just that point right there. Is I seen a lot of different stuff that AJ was doing, and one of the things that I seen that he's doing, and I don't really like it, and this is a negative for him basically, because when the heat gets on too much, he still panics. He panics. He has no, like a good answer. I seen him do a few good things, because he was trying to do. He even did a couple of like pulls and stuff. He's doing like pull counter here and there, and he relied on his uppercut for the whole fight. And his jab looked pretty good. His jab was looking pretty good, but he's doing an apologetic jab for some reason. I don't know where he got that from. His jab is not powerful enough for him to start doing an apologetic jab. He got to stick with the power. Just stop. You got to change that shit up like Earl do. Earl hit you with a soft one, and you like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then he come hit you with one that snaps your neck back. So, like I said, he need to get something like that Larry Holmes type of jab. I can see him, but he's not mobile enough for that, and too big still. What did he come in at in pounds, y'all, sir? Do you remember what he came in at? Yeah, but he was switching up, man. He looked he looked uncomfortable, man. He should have been more comfortable in that fight. And Pulev really couldn't. He just couldn't. Was the height difference? Was just this bothered him from the start. And him closing the gap. You got to learn how to close the gap. You can't close the gap with your chin. Your chin all in the air. You got to get underneath that shit. You got to roll underneath something. And yeah. But I'm saying he was relying. If I'm saying he just, when you panic like that, Sir Flame got the point down here. He said the uppercut was being thrown from too far out a lot. Yeah, so when you panic like that, of course you just throwing stuff. You all giving caution to the wind for no reason. Now, did y'all notice this? Did you notice that AJ just got like overtired quick? It looked like he wasn't recovering, man, for some reason. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but for me it looked like the second win, like he's not gonna ever get a second win no more. He looked tired, man. The action wasn't. I'm sorry, man. The action was not heavy enough for him to be that tired, man. I don't get it. Sparring action is more heat on the fighter than that. I don't know, man. So I don't know if he's really like really taking all the rest of the boat. I don't know if he's loading everybody up. I put down that he is. He loading everybody up on his shoulders and is pulling them forward. Because a lot of our discussions when we talk about the all these people that want to fight now, they didn't got nothing to do with fighting, and we already see what happens when you play boxing. When you play boxing, you get your ass knocked out, but that's not always true. Because some people play boxing, and they play and they still win. So we got to kind of clean that one up a little bit. Do not play boxing, and yes, you're a player in that game. There we go. That's Eagles' words, man. I said it first. Sorry, y'all didn't say it first. Y'all can use it if you want to. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and use it, man. But mine's though. If you can use it, you can use it. All y'all can use that. But y'all got to put respect on it. So y'all got so y'all can use it, but y'all got to use. And remember, y'all got to do this though. Y'all got to put these on it. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all see it. That's what y'all got to put on it. Y'all can use that saying. Yeah. Yeah. So don't try to play boxing. And yes, you're already a player in that game. If you that player in boxing, then you can play boxing. But don't go in there playing boxing. Terrence Crawford plays boxing sometimes. Most of his fights, at one point he starts playing boxing. But just don't play against the wrong person and get caught. Yeah. Yeah. And one thing, and another thing about what Sir Flame says about an uppercut that's being thrown from far out. An uppercut that's being thrown from far out, think about it. There ain't shit on it. You can't generate it because the uppercut is actually, that's a leg punch. The power comes from your leg on that uppercut. You know, you get down. A lot of people don't. They just don't show it. And we always feel that somebody's uppercut is good. I'll tell you, Charlo has a great uppercut. I see it down there, King Louis. Mike Tyson had a great uppercut because they're nice and tight. They tight. Sugar Ray Robinson had a great uppercut. George Foreman is just big and powerful in a different way. He just had that balance in a heavy lower bottom to where uppercut. Sometimes uppercut, you can have an arm uppercut that has power. Most times it's not. But he just throwing that shit from everywhere. But his style, man, I don't know if he could take. I don't know if he could take it, man. And if y'all not, now I guess everybody in here, you can still put it up though, Marla, you and Louis, man. Y'all go ahead and put your links up for y'all's for y'all's channel, man. Yeah. And salute to you two brothers, man. Y'all go ahead and put your links up and stuff, man. But most people in here that come to mess with Eagle already mess with y'all in the first place. Grown folks chat. Yeah, we had to come take somebody out the other day though. My fam had to come here and take somebody out. They was like, "No, you ain't in here playing like that." So fam had to take somebody out. They can't, as soon as they got in here, they was on their way out. They was on their way out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that whole change, and I don't know, man. If it's too late in it's too late in the game if you don't have the right trainers to have you switching up like that. And you're doing making a whole lot of amateur mistakes and stuff like that. I don't know, man. You can't carry boxing with you. You can't carry boxing with you on your back like that. You're not going to be able to carry them with you if you're doing all kinds of crazy shit that might get your ass the KTFO. Because right now, Manny, like I said, we bring up Manny all the time because Manny, see, the thing about it, man, is Manny might have and we're not going to take that image and see, I'm going to tell you how we cannot ever forget that image now is because that stupid ass Nate Robinson. Because Nate Robinson just reinforced the Manny Pacquiao knockout by bringing his ass in here, right? And now everybody talking about Nate. You don't want to go Nate. That's a damn shame, man, that they call you out like that. They say that you Nate and Pack. You got packed out. So you got Nate and Packy. You got Packy and Nate. But we got some candidates right now, man, already going in for the next decade for KTFO of the decade. Uh, one that shit, Dylan White, but I think then Tank took a step ahead of that one. So right now, Tank is the more or less the leader right now, I think, for the KTFO. I don't care. AJ's KTFO is not, his shit is not ahead of anybody's right there. Oh, okay. You say you don't remember? So y'all, sir, I was trying to find out. Did anybody know how much what pounds Joshua came in? Because I don't know. I don't convert that shit, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I just don't. I'm not into that shit to where I can. I don't convert stones and all that shit. I don't know. Yeah, so over here we do pounds over here. We don't do kilos and stones and all that shit, man. Yeah. But I see y'all. Everybody saluting out. It's not that much. I'll read it out, man. Sir Flame, salute out to you, y'all, sir. Just in case y'all can't write back. Sir Flame, salute at Gil Coles, and Gil Coles at Sir Flame 100 with it, baby. He said the uppercut was being thrown from, too far out. Yeah, y'all, Sir Hussein again. He said at Sir Flame. He said that's why Pulev was walking into 4 in a row and not being bothered. Yeah, but he got bothered after a while because it's just too much punishment. He doesn't know how to get underneath. Even AJ's jab, he doesn't know how to get underneath that. They don't teach him. He got to do that. You got to do that all day. That's why you got to have that lateral bag. You got to do that like all day, or rope. You got to do that all day, going underneath that rope, both sides, and then step. And then sometimes you got to, sometimes you're going underneath like that, and sometimes you got to step out, step back. You never just go straight back like that, but you step out to the side, step out to this side. And evidently he's not practicing that because it doesn't show. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. But he's got to do that. But King Louis, back to salute to King Louis again. He said salute just listening. Yasser Hussein, salute at King Louis 2 boxing. And then Gil Coles, Eagleware, what you think about Chris Corbett performance? Everybody, all the winners and stuff, and all the losers, everybody had like decent performances. But what we're looking for, Gil, right now, what Eagles looking for, man? I'm looking for like a consistent boxing style right now. Everybody has to shake all these cobwebs and shit off, man. And so I don't want to see somebody just loading up with this overhands and shit like that. We're going to see that, but time we get to January and stuff like that, or even just, so January, February and stuff, all that stuff should be starting to get cleaned up, man. These fights have to look more like fights. They have to look more like fights, man. We getting a lot of devastating knockouts and stuff like that. We getting people, and the reason being is because, like I said, if you've been out of boxing, you got too much shit on your mind. You can't get your ass in there and fight. You're gonna get in there and get your ass knocked out. Yeah. Marlo's at Eagles Way of Boxing. Salute back to him, y'all, sir. Hussein said, was that the guy who fought O'Kali? Man, I get all those little guys, man. I get them all mixed up, man. I get all them mixed up. They got so many of them because Stevenson fought, Kala, right? But even that, so it's getting into that, and we'll go back to AJ after I read that out. But I'm gonna just tell a lot of people putting too much pressure on that kid, man. The thing about power is people say, "Oh, you born with it and shit like that." Nah, you ain't born. You ain't born no more powerful than nobody else. Stop that shit. You develop into power, and so it doesn't matter. There could be stages in your life where you can still develop into power. A lot of these trainers don't know how to teach power. That's what that is. And a lot of these people never fought, never sparred, never did anything. They don't know how to teach power. You can still develop power. You can still develop power, but somebody has to teach you how to develop power. It's not from lifting weights. If you go in there and lift weights, you may gain a teeny bit of power, but if you get slower, and the power is going to be different. It's going to be from a strength. It's going to be more strength than power. And I'm going to tell you, A lot of people saying that Shakur is getting into his man strength. You know, he haven't even got his man strength. He ain't a man yet. Shit, some people, if without moving or exercising your ass, you don't get stronger, you get weaker. So he's exercising, he's doing what all he got. Whatever power he got, that's what he got right now. He can develop more power. Yeah, it's true that your muscles they get a little bit tighter when you get older, but everybody just don't have that kind of power, man. And also a misnomer about power. Power is proper placement too. Ali had a whole lot of power, but Ali wouldn't fight you to use his power. He'll fight you just to punish you, swell you up, beat you up, land a whole lot of shots on you. But if he ever had to step in, like if he was losing and had to step in, then you see what kind of damage he does. Because when he step in, he'll hurt you, and then he started doing like this, like, come on, ref, don't let me beat him up no more. Because of that speed and power. So it depends on where you are. Y'all saw you made a good point. AJ throwing outside uppercuts and stuff. He gonna get his ass knocked smooth the F out doing that shit, man. Yeah. Yeah, Marlon Corner said salute to all the fam in the chat. Sir Flame salute at King and Marlon. Then y'all sir salute at Marlon. Marlon is right back at Sir Flame with the salute. And then Marlo's at Yasser Hussein with the salute fam. And then Gil Coles is at King Louis 2 Boxing and Marlo's Corner. Marlo's Corner, Eagles Web Boxing. Appreciate you, fam. And I appreciate you too, brother, man. I love to come in and see y'all, man. But my strength, I don't know what it is, but when I go to see y'all, man, I be so late. I don't know. For some reason, I lose the live part of the show. I'm hitting live, and I'm like, how the hell am I behind? And before I know it, I'm like a whole minute behind. Getting all happy about the trivia. I'm like, okay, I got a second. I can write something in there. Then I got these names coming up. Well, we about to do a different type in here. The Eagles Web trivia for the championship up in here right now. D to the Bailey is our champ up in here. And D to the Bailey just got up in here right now. I see him. AJ was 16 stone, 13 pounds. Okay, Gil, thanks a lot. I don't know what no stones is. Only things I know about some stones is them rocks that them crackheads be smoking. That's it. Yeah. Marlon said that's. Yeah, he said, yeah, that's wild. He said, you ready to go, Nate Ninja? Yep. Everybody to put the Nate on it. See, everybody put that Nate. So that kind of kills Manny, but Manny a Hall of Famer, so no, it's not gonna kill him. But anyway, salute to Derek Bailey out there, but that's not gonna kill him though. And the reason that's not gonna kill him is because he already a Hall of Famer. But it's kind of messed up that. That's probably not gonna live that down when people come, future people, other generations look back at it, and then they gonna see those two things together. They gonna see the Pacquiao or the Packy in the Nate, because they gonna have both of their pictures together. When they lay down to do, because I use what you said in here, the crybaby, yeah. Both of them did the crybaby. Yeah, but Derek Bailey, salute at Derek Bailey from Yasser Hussein. I want to see some fights like Hearns Hagler round 1. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. But we're never gonna get up to that. And I can't fight with everybody all the time. Everybody always want to fight about past fighters and shit. But y'all not throwing that kind of action. I'm glad that when I was in Marlon's Corner the other day, when Trey X was saying that he don't see the superior, like the skill sets of these fighters going up all high, like everybody said, the boxing IQ and all this. He said he don't see it. That they so much gifted, because at middleweight, even at middleweight, I put Roy Jones in his prime against any of the middleweights, and super middleweights, they wouldn't have a chance. As a matter of fact, Roy started at what, light middleweight. So even them, they have some trouble. I give Charlie the best chance out of all of them, just because of all the punishment he can take, and he gonna land something. And maybe Roy did. That's if Roy did all the moving up and down, and the weight changing, because your facial structure. You don't want to lose the muscles up in here, man. The muscles up in here. Matter of fact, that was I'll keep it. I gotta keep the information because I'll probably use it on trivia or something like that. Because some people got like a little thicker portions of stuff You got these muscles right here by the mandible and stuff. That's a good shock absorption. But you got other shock absorbers in which that actually can help with your chinage, so your chin don't have all kind of cracks and leaks all over it. But I'm gonna finish reading what y'all got. Derek Brady, salute at Sir Flame, at Gil Coles, at Marla's Corner, at King Louis 2 Boxing, and at Yasser Hussein. And then Sir Flame right back, he said, salute at Derek Bailey, and then Marla's Corner. Yeah, sir, to the flame up in here, man. Don't y'all forget it, y'all get burnt. Marla's Corner is at Derek Bailey, salute fam. Gil Coles at Eagles Way Up. Derek Bailey didn't hit the like button again. Okay, salute at Derek Bailey. Come on, Derek Bailey, you the champ up in here. Why you never hit my like button, man? Gil, check it. Gil said you not hitting the like button. And I got all these likes, and then because I'm talking about AJ, I know I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 thumbs down, because if I don't talk about him in a light to where where they love it, not us, but I'm saying if I don't talk about it to where everybody loves it, then they start losing it. Oh no, you talk bad about it. Yeah. I know he messing with you again, Derek Bailey. Pulev need to hang him up. He was a clown in the ring and got knocked out. Yeah, he just didn't look like it. If I'm saying, I didn't want to put it that way, but we got to look at the disposal job that AJ did on him. So now I got some people in here that will talk about it. Did AJ put Pulev away the way he should have? Did he do what he should? And since nobody asked the question, maybe there's enough people in here, maybe y'all going to answer the question now. And does AJ look like he just really does have a real bad stamina problem? That's two questions. And while y'all answer that, and then I'm just going to talk about Stevenson a little bit, because they trying to dog Stevenson out. When he had a whitewash too. Derek Baker said, I always hit the like button. I know, Derek, if I said, he's messing with you again. He said that dozen production for AJ was weird. Yeah, Gil Cole say. Sir Flame at Gil Cole, did you see Bud sent Porter a mandatory contract? Yeah. But he's saying he's going to knock Porter out. What does anybody think about that? Make sure y'all know what I'm talking about if you respond to that. Do you think that Porter's going to get knocked out by Bud? Yeah. Is he going to get knocked out? I think Bud got something. I think what he going to do is if he got that on his mind that he's knocking out Porter, I think that shit's really going to backfire on him. Kenny and Porter ain't going to just have somebody just come knocking his ass out. But nobody really answered that. But I see, one of the questions, I see Derek Brady answered the question. But like I said, for Shakur, it's a good performance, man. It's a good performance. I see some stuff he probably could have done a little bit better. But he was getting conversation. He was getting the combos off. You know what I mean? He was getting the combos off. But see, a lot of times, like I said, what you guys got to realize, that hook is very important to turn that hook. And so don't y'all get caught up. Once the gym open, I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. So don't y'all get caught up with that one, with the punch. See, what happens is y'all get caught up with the sound of that punch. And y'all be like, oh, shit, that sounds good. That sounds like it got some power behind it. But like I said, I'll make it real simple. This makes it simple right here. If you hit something with your hand open like this, let's say, for instance, you slap the top of a table, anything, or slap a wall, or anything covered, anything. If you slap somebody on the back, is the sound going to be different, or is it going to be louder? And the best example is, take all the other stuff away. If you slap the top of water on the swimming pool or something like that, I know you've done it as a child, right? So if you do that with your hand open, is that going to be louder than if you punch the water? Which one's going to be louder? See? Which one's going to be louder? And see, a lot of times that's what impresses people, because they hear the loudness, they think it's... Now, sometimes the loudness means something, because you can hear like, poof. It's a certain shot that when you hear in boxing, when you hear a shot that you ain't never heard before, you'd be like, oh, that was hard. You're looking at the ground like somebody had to go down because of that shot. You see what I mean? But what happens with Stevenson is, and it happens to all the fighters, is they're leaving the hook open. They don't want to turn it. They don't want to turn it. It's a turning punch just like every other punch. It's a turning punch. And if you're throwing it, it has to turn. And that, you got to have that elbow locked in when you turn it, because it comes off that body. Boom. And you're not going to get the same kind of sound. You see, you're not going to get the same kind of sound, but your result is going to be a lot better. Don't worry about a sound like, oh, I sound good. You see the way I was hitting them? That's all for show. That's like showboating. In a sense, it's like showboating, but it's not showboating. It's not showboating, but in a sense it is, because everybody knows if you're fighting, they know that that's not they know that's not the proper punch. They know that's not the proper punch and stuff like that. They know it's not. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bailey said that gaslight was going, huh? He said it was blinking early for AJ. Yep. Yeah. Okay, y'all talking about the Bud. Yeah, I was thinking Bud was scared. But you never know with fighters, though. They have a lot. All fighters have a little bit of apprehension in them. You know what I mean? They always have a little apprehension. They can pretend like they don't, but they be thinking like, oh yeah, I didn't. But your mouthpiece already done ran. But if you stopping him early and you just knocking him out like that, nobody's ever knocked him out. If he was that, then you should already knocked him out. And see, that's why I'm getting disgusted with some of the Bud conversations. It's like, you should already fought him. You shouldn't have been talking about Earl you should have been like, Earl, after I knock out Porter, I'm coming for you. Just like that. And then pull some other words. Then maybe Earl would have went for you. I got a belt too. See, but now you can't really say nothing, because I'm telling you, everybody talks about that WBC being controversial. That WBO is real controversial. The WBC, they're doing a lot of stuff to make it more controversial, but that WBO started off for me. I never liked it. I always called it the Tommy Morrison belt, but I never liked it. Yeah. Yeah. See, even Sir Flame heard it. He said, yeah, Bud said he was KTFO Porter. We're going to see it. Yeah. AJ need to come in a bit leaner, like in the second Ruiz fight. Every time he bulks up, he gets lethargic. That's what I'm saying, man. But see, this is the thing with Ed Yarsar, is that he's lethargic, but at the same time, with mixing up all kinds of different styles or whatever, it's not like he was transitioning like easy into something else, or that he needed to do something else. He could just fought the way he fought, because Pulic wasn't bringing no opposition. The only opposition Pulic was bringing was his mouth. Yeah, but you go in there acting like you're going to knock out Porter, and something bad going to end up happening to you. He's going to do everything. Because Porter if you must not listen to his interview, because I go to his little podcast, and I don't even know how I got caught up on that. I think what happened is they sent me, you know how you get like different links and stuff just sent to you randomly, and you just be watching boxing and you click from one thing to another. I end up clicking on Sean Porter's show. That's how I found out about his logo. I said I like his logo. One of his logos I like. And I was just listening to him. And he was just saying, when he was talking about how Kell Brook just pussied up and didn't fight. And I was listening to him. He was making a lot of sense. He said, no, he said, if you want it, he said, you don't go down like that. He said, you don't just go down or quit. He said that was some quit. He had some quit in his blood. He said, you tackle a fighter to survive. He said, you do anything. Tackle their ass or everything. So that's exactly what I see. I see if Bud does hurt him, I see Bud getting tackled or something. Yeah, Porter gonna grab you. Yeah, believe me, he's an ex-football player too, so he gonna rough your shit up. Yep. Porter could possibly beat Sean. Not sure about the KO though, but he's saying promising it. Yeah, Derek Bailey said, I doubt he'd knock out Porter. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, we got doubt on this man. Okay, but does that make sense to everybody though? Does that make sense what I said, that if Bud had that much, if he knew he could do that much damage to Porter, but he said, well, first of all, Porter's not that big of a draw for him, right? But would the aftermath of him knocking Porter's ass completely out Wouldn't that be big though? Even though you don't think Porter's that big, Porter done fought everybody. He got the best welterweight resume. So the guy with the best welterweight resume, far as like fight wise, not result wise, if you beat him, knock his ass out what nobody else could do, that wasn't gonna shine you up a little bit? Cause he sound kind of desperate to me. I don't know. He just sound kind of desperate, like I need to get that money in, and Earl Spencer's the way, or something like the Manny or Earl. If you just talking about Manny and Earl, we already know it's dollars. We know it's dollars. What Marlo say? Okay, Marlo's at Sir Flame. He said Bob got bud on this bullshit. Yeah. But we got to always realize that Bob's been on that bullshit all the way back to the time where he had that when he had the middleweight champ. You know, when he had the middleweight champ, he would never made Hagler have all those extra fights before Hagler can get a fight. Yeah. But let me see. Perry has some skills too. That's why he didn't get knocked out. Yeah. Plus he had a fight 44 days ago. So he was sharp for the fight. Yeah, he just wasn't able to do too much though, Derek Bailey. He wasn't able to do a lot. But everybody was yeah, the slap is louder. You got that right. And y'all sort of put the hand up, yeah, like the slap, yeah. But okay, so Clary, like you said, he just had a fight, you know, not too long ago. And everybody was expecting Shakur just to go blow him out. Now he beat him. He beat him soundly. But it don't always work like that. You don't just get knockouts because you want to knock out. Oh, I'm gonna get this knockout. It don't work that way. You're not always gonna get the knockout. But everybody always thinks that way. Oh yeah, you're gonna get this knockout. You're not always gonna get the knockout. And Bud just talking now, it's like, so really, if Earl does fight, if he gets the Manny fight, which we don't know, I don't know until the last minute. When you start training, I'm gonna stop calling that shit because everybody else calls all that shit out. I'm gonna stop calling it. I'm gonna be like, when I know that you training for a fight, then that way I know you got the fight. When they say you starting to go into training camp for a fight, then I know you got the fight. If you ain't going into training camp for a fight, then I don't even want to hear. That's just some shit that we can always talk about. That, oh yeah, he's supposed to fight him. He's supposed to fight. Who are they supposed to fight? When you got two fighters that's supposed to fight, it's always going to be two, him and him, him and him. And on one side, it's going to be one fighter. He's going to fight him next. He's going to fight him next. Then I'm not going to try to figure out all that shit. I don't have time to try to figure out when you get to training camp, let me know. I'll catch the news once you get to training camp for a fighter, then I'll know that you're going to fight him. Yep. But you're right, though, Derek Bailey. Yeah, he was sharp. He was sharper. He just didn't have as much. He just didn't have enough. The training, he just needed something else to make it more competitive. Because everybody wanted to see that type of a matchup with Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. Okay, Marlo's Corner said, last I got is Bob was lowballing and said his Porter don't want to take it to a purse bed. Oh, yeah, of course, you know why he want to take it to a purse bed. Because Bob don't want to spend no money. That's what I said, Marlo. He's been doing that shit forever, though. He always protect his money. I told this chat before, all the way back, all the way back in the 80s, man, he was protecting his money. Because he didn't have as much back then, so he had to protect his money. And he's involved with a lot of big fights, but he would not, if he thought you was going to lose, there's a possibility you get your ass whooped or something, Bob is going to do everything he can do. He's going to make it seem like he's doing one thing, but he's actually doing something else. He's protecting his money. He has zero interest in any fighter. All he really cares about is that pocket. And he proved it way back there in the 80s. Think about how far away that is from now. That's like 40-something years ago, right? If I'm counting right, like 40 years ago. That all Bob was thinking about was protecting his pocket. Oh, no, you can't fight Hagler. Because he wouldn't let the champ fight Hagler forever. Until I guess government had to get involved for that fight. That's a damn shame, man. Hagler had to have so many fights and destroy people, and then he lost that decision, and that's when Hagler came back. Not lost, but he got a split decision. draw. And so that's when Hagler came back just killing everybody. He said I can't leave it up to the judges. He was one of the main fighters that ever said that I can't leave it up to the judges. Came back and just start, KOing everybody. I don't see Porter getting knocked out. His chin is proven. Yeah, he got a pretty decent chin though, Sir Frank. Gil Cole say AJ need to lose 1 or 2 stone and he'll be okay. But he still need a set though, man. He needs to have a set. He got to have I'm gonna say he needs a skill set, man. Them stones, bruh. Yeah, them stones, yeah. Yeah, he needs to have. I would say that I don't know who he's working with for real, because they can always name who he's working with. There's somebody else underhanded that somebody else is. Matter of fact, I even seen him try to pull like a little bit of Mayweather. I'm like, what is he trying to do? I'm like, this guy. I don't know. And we getting on Pulev. I don't know the whole story, man. I'm not even gonna get on Pulev because it might shit. Money talk. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't get too excited about fights like that, man. Yeah. Yasser Hussein said Nate had more heart than Brook in the Crawford fight. God dang. He said Nate had the most heart in boxing, but he shouldn't have been boxing. But he had the most heart in boxing. He was fighting somebody way bigger than him. Somebody that had some experience. Yeah. But you're right, Marlo's Corner. He said if Bud stopped Porter, he gets props. He does. But nobody answered that question either, though, Marlo. Is that if he would have just went ahead and took care of that business already, if you know you got a knockout, or you can knock a fighter out that's that high in the rankings, wouldn't you just go ahead and knock his ass out? I would have knocked the mandatory out of his ass. That's what I'm saying, man. You're supposed to knock the mandatory out of his ass, man. You ain't supposed to play like that. If you got him, then go get him. So tell him, man, I'm gonna knock the mandatory out that ass. That's exactly what you go. That's what you go do. To Nate. Yeah, sir. Hussein was at Gil Cole. He said, "What about Fury? He like 18 stoner. Yeah, he 18 stones. Yeah, he'll chop one of them stones up and snort it." Gil Cole said, "Y'all, sir. I'll let y'all have your little conversation now, man. Y'all make them. I'm tired of reading." Yeah. Gil still on them stones though. Gil said them stones, bruh. Shit. Yeah. Gil Cole said I weigh 15 stone. He said, "Get your stones up." Yeah. Yeah. Y'all see what said Gil Cole crying. Gil Cole's right back. I'm 210 pounds at Gil Cole's. That's right. Tell him, man. Gil Cole's at Marlon Corner definitely agree. And then he's like, then Marlon Corner down at the bottom. That's it. I caught up with y'all. Marlon's Corner say facts. That's it. That's what we are. We in this factual. When it comes to Eagles Way of Boxing, we talk facts in here. We don't talk bullshit. No, this is our understanding. This is what we do. We just talk about everything in a different way. We try to put a different twist on it because I don't want to talk about it the same way that other people talk about it. And I want to bring up stuff that some people just may not have figured out. Or see, the thing is, you have to know how a person was when they was younger before you try to figure out how they are when they get older, because we can go through transitions. But when it comes to something like if there was say for instance there was a banker, not just a banker, but he actually owns, the bank itself. He's the founder and everything else, and he puts the words down. When he just starts off, and he's giving people like kind of a competitive rate for the interest. So interest, say for instance, interest bearing, okay, let's say savings, and he's giving everybody 3%. 3%, annually. That's big though, huh? 3% annually on your savings. And because he's new, he's just getting into it. But he loves his money, and he loves his money. But his employees don't get paid as much as the rest of the banks. Do you think after 20 years and he drops that 3 to down to 1 where everybody else is at, about 1%, something like that? Do you think he's going to, raise the salary for his employees? Do you think he's going to raise it? Or is he going to be more or less the same? Remember, he's a younger bank owner, now all of a sudden he's older. You think he's going to do something better for the people? Or is he going to do the same shit? Or even try to get even more? I'm telling you, man, when you get so much money, it becomes a greed thing. I've had friends, as a matter of fact, I don't even want to bring my family up, but I do have friends that you can see the greed in them when it comes to certain stuff. It's just, you can just see it. It's like, no, man, they greedy. You could just feel it, man, on certain stuff. They say, for instance, okay, so in the workplace, a lot of times they will limit what you buy somebody. Like if they'll do, like for this time of season, I can talk about it. So you do a gift exchange. A lot of times it's $20. Sometimes it's $30. Sometimes it might be $50. But you got some people, you might have somebody who makes 3 times as much as anybody standing in the room. But if the minimum amount is $20 and the highest amount is $50, they won't even ask for an exemption to get you something a little bit more than 50. Say, no, I'm sorry, I had to get this because it's the only thing I felt that was appropriate. I don't want nobody else to feel bad. But this person goes out, he gets you something that's $19.99 or something like that. Just anything. First thing they can grab. See? That's how a greedy ass person is like that. That's how people did afford, like, greed. Myself, and I'm not bragging on myself, but I'm actually a generous person. I always think about just giving stuff away that I shouldn't even be giving away. I even think about giving y'all stuff that I don't even know y'all like that. I think about giving y'all stuff. Like on contests, I say I'm gonna give this out. It depends on how my chat grow, but I'll give certain stuff out. Because I don't take it like that. I don't take it like that. I'd rather somebody smile because of what I done than be all frowned up and mad and shit. Because shit is already hard enough, man. Life is already hard enough, and everything around us is hard, man. It just really is, man. They put us in this condition right here. We're in this condition and stuff. It's like when we talked about the food earlier, it's like, God dang, man, all these restaurants don't care. Almost every restaurant I go to right now, they don't care that you're there. They got the youngest people in there with attitudes and stuff. They don't even care to be there. They're barely taking your order. They moving as slow as they can move. Oh yeah, that was the other part of the story. I didn't even tell y'all that when I went to the sushi place the other day, that I actually told the lady that finally handed me the food after like an hour. I told her, I heard the phone ring. She's getting the phone taking orders, and there's like about 10 people out there. Let me see. The most people that was out there, probably like 12 people. When I finally got my orders, probably like 6 people left. But don't y'all know I told her to stop taking orders? I did. I yelled. I said, stop taking orders. I said, you can't even get these orders out. I said, stop taking more orders. Y'all just collecting money. That's all y'all care about is just collecting money. You can see, you should never have 10 people or 12 people or 20 people waiting outside, in the cold for food. That shit is just I don't know. That's just this time right now. It don't sound right. Look at Derek Brady. He yelling. The Secret Santa, he know about the Secret Santa. Kill Cole's at Sir Flame. He said, you 15 stone on the dot. Yep. Sir Flame, y'all 15 stone? Okay, y'all kind of big boys, man. Okay. Y'all kind of big. I don't feel too bad. I ain't got y'all beat by that many pounds. Or how many stones? Shit, I ain't got y'all beat but like a couple of stones. 3 stones. 3-4 stones. Some of y'all. But Derek Brady know about that Secret Santa, yeah. Wasn't Dinosaur Bob trying to sell Top Rank not so long ago? I don't even really remember, but I think that that was When was that? That was not. That was a while ago though. I think that was a while ago. I don't know. Ask Marlo more about that. He might know more. Yeah, let me see. Marlo said, as y'all saw Hussein, he said, but when Bayer saw it was in the red, they got on. And see, that just adds up to what I was just saying, Marlo. See, that kind of add up what I was saying. That greedy bastard has always been a greedy bastard. Of course, it's probably not even in. It's probably not even in the red. You know what I mean? It's probably not even in the red. It probably wasn't really in the red like that. I mean, I'll put it this way: it was in the company itself. Is it LLC? The company might have been in the red, but you best believe that he's not in the red. See, he's not in the red. Believe me, he got money. He got money, man. Freaking Bob. But he's been on that tricky shit for like a long time. You know, Bob been on that tricky, I'm gonna trick you, or that's just the one. It's people, man. I don't know, man. I can't give like a whole life lesson in here, but there's people that's always done stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's people that have always done this type of stuff, always. And it's become so normal that you just don't even, you just kind of ignore it. You know, it doesn't bother you as much because you've seen that that's the way they've been all their life. But that just don't, for me, it don't work. They call it flying or whatever, but that shit don't fly with me. I hate that shit, man. Gil said, what the F was that? Oh, that was the angry crowd. Oh, my angry crowd noise. Yeah, that's my angry crowd noise. I never heard it. I was talking about Bob, so I threw the angry crowd noise up in there. It's supposed to be angry crowd. I don't know. Maybe I pulled up the wrong angry crowd up in there. Oh, okay. Marl's Corner said he think that Al was going to buy it, but started his own, and then Dana White was one of the buyers that ran. See, when people see, and that's what people not understanding. And Marla bring up a good point. That's a great point, man. If you're in a business and the business is supposed to be lucrative and stuff, everybody's supposed to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in there and get that. But when you got people that's in similar business or in the business and they run from it, there's something wrong, man. Something wrong. If they running like that, then yeah. If they running like that, then you know something's wrong. Because you got people in your industry running from your ass. It's like anything else where they run. And I'm gonna tell you, man, y'all, it's going over y'all's head, man, when y'all think, when y'all see that money talks and y'all let it go. Because I'm gonna tell you, once Sterling left, or because of that Sterling incident, I was already getting lower and lower on basketball. Basketball was getting lower and lower on my priorities. Like right now, it's like, I don't know. It might be 10 games out of a whole year, if that. Or I might catch some highlights. Basketball is not on my radar at all now because of that whole Sterling shit, and then the way the players, they did not protest properly. They protested better in the 60s and 70s, man. Because of that money make you not protest. Okay. You just put your head down like, all right, you paid us. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, man. I had to be, as long as I got a shirt and some pants and some shoes on, I'm good. I'll make something else happen for myself. I'm not letting nobody strip me of being a man just like right in front of millions. Because that's not something that was done, you know, in our community, in our household. That was something that was done like nationwide, where we all had to look at it like, okay, what they gonna do? And I know y'all was sitting at home like, oh, come on, man, I hope the brown skinned people step up and do something, man. They got to do something. Uh, put some t-shirts on backwards. Drop some t-shirts in a pile. Or what? What do you do? What the hell? What is that? What does that symbolize? Even if you took the whole Kaepernick thing, if you took that too far, all he did was kneel down. All he did was kneel down. There's a lot of people who don't salute flags and stuff. I don't salute flags. Only time I salute our flag, the flag, is if I go to like an event, it has to be a native event, and that's because I'm part of it, and that's because we have our flag, which is called the Eagle Staff. If y'all, yeah, got my name. I'm not named after the Eagle Staff, but that's why we stand, because we got the Eagle Staff. But some of these people here, man, that sound got you, huh? Give my angry crowd freaked you and Marlo out. Look, Marlo said I thought I was bugging. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, sir said no way at Marlo's corner. Yeah, sir said they wants to start Zuffa boxing. But that's what happens to your boxing when everybody's just when people just ain't doing the right shit. It's up to the fighters, man. I don't care. Let's do a protest or some shit. If you do a protest, it ain't gonna last that long. And you start getting some changes. Because boxers, I don't know what their medical is like still. I don't know if their medical is great. I don't know if boxing medical. Remember, they didn't have medical at all. I don't know how great it is though. Shit, it ain't like the NFL or the retirement and shit like that. The boxing, I think that was the one they was working on more. I think they did the medical already, right? But weren't they working? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't they working on boxing's like retirement? Did they ever get it? I don't think they really got that far with it, because we had a couple of tragedies and stuff to where the fighter didn't have enough to even, take care of the arrangements and stuff, the funeral arrangements. If I'm not mistaken, y'all let me know. I don't know shit, so y'all already know. Yeah. Marlon Carter said, I know White won the PBC. He said, laughing out loud. Oh, he know where that money at. You damn right. Yep. Yasser Hussein said, yeah, White is proper buddy with Floyd as well. Yeah, of course. He trying to get them tips from Floyd, and Floyd is out there trying to explain stuff. Can you imagine Floyd trying to explain some shit to somebody? How long it take for him to get the words out, and then doing this. That's Floyd. That's Floyd talking with his hand. He do this a lot. Y'all notice that? And he is a better. That's his bouncing ball. You know how they used to do that little. They do that little ball back in the day. Y'all too young for that, huh? Y'all was born in the '90s and shit. Y'all ain't used to that little ball going with the words. They still do it every once in a while. Floyd, this is Floyd ball right here. Floyd talk like that. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying said Dana was trying to get into boxing for a time. He originally was a boxing coach in boxing. He got run out of there by the mob. Yeah. Get your ass out of here, Dana. Yeah, we already know that. He was trying to hijack it when he seen all that money that Floyd was getting. That's when he really got interested. But he tried to play everybody by trying to, like mix in boxers with with mixed martial artists and shit like that. He tried to do it that way first. And everybody knew what he was doing. That shit didn't work. And so Conor McGregor had that shit in the back of his mind too. Like, oh shit, Mayweather, money. Everybody looking at that. Yep. Marlon Coney at Yasser a couple of times. Yeah, Marlon Coney, he ran off with the mob money. He laughing out loud. Yeah, but you don't usually get to do that, man. Running off with the mob's money, you don't usually get to do that. So either I bet he paid that money back. He paid that money back. If it was a real mob, he paid that money back. They'll believe with some interest. You ain't gonna hear that story. You're not gonna hear that story because you know what's up. Y'all sort of saying, is that what it was? He ran off with the mob's money. Okay, he's talking to Marlo. Get out y'all stuff. Y'all sir, here we go. That's my nephew calling me. I ain't thinking about him right now. Y'all say, okay, y'all talking to each other, talking to each other, talking to each other. Y'all just having fun. Y'all crying about it. Yeah, but the whole thing with so AJ, as far as dragging boxing with him and making boxing do the right thing, I don't know um, what y'all think, because some people might think that he did a good enough job, and some people see that a lot of things he was doing is kind of sporadic. And I don't know his style, man. I just don't know. You need a style, man. I just don't know his style. His style is becoming so confusing, and then a lot of the mistakes and stuff is just like I just don't see him. He can't beat Fury. I mean, he can beat him with power. I mean, if he can get past that jab and get in sometime, and you know, because he doesn't throw enough to the body. I would say if he was a real good body, a work body real good, it don't matter because Fury don't have no power, so he just don't, man. You can see it. I don't know how he had all that power against Wilder, but he just don't. He's not a powerful fighter, man. And he's proven it by not even fighting. He's just proven it right now that I'm not real powerful. Because if you're real powerful, you know you'll do it like back to back. Because remember the fighters back in the day, some fighters would have 3, 4 fights in a week, a damn week. You believe that? And right now they recuperating, for months and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna take like before I even think about fighting again, I'm gonna take 6 weeks off, 4 weeks off, or something like that. Back in the day, they used to just scrap while we fighting 20 fights in a year or something like that. They used to just fight, but now they just not. They not fighting. Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Marlon Corner. He said, yeah, he said with the real mob, the only way out is dead, and he got his life. That's it. That's the only way out, man. The mob wants your. If the mob wants your money, I actually live in a place where opposite of the mob. And so that way I know, I got mob stories though, because I know people that actually work, around the mob or with the mob, or they seen them in action. Shit, man, you think they just have that beef hanging up on the hook? Shit, they own all them butchers and shit. In the Midwest, they used to own all that shit. All the butchers and all that shit, man. They own all that shit, man. That's why they used to hate them unions and stuff. And yes, they can get in charge of them. They hate those unions. If they can't get in charge of a union, they don't want nothing to do with that union. They'll tell your ass, man. Yeah. Well, I got some stories, man. But yeah, this ain't the forum for it. But my ears get big when I listen to those old stories like that. Yeah, because I know a U.S. Marshal, but he retired now though. But he's telling me all kinds of good stories. Yeah, he come out them areas and stuff. Yeah. And far as even with the Vegas and stuff, if you think they didn't have their hand in that, there's something wrong with you. And it's like I said, people of greed don't want to lose. That's why that kind of stuff. Somebody will go to Vegas or something and win big, but believe me, it's paid for. It's paid for. There's no sweat on the hotel of them giving you a hotel, or them letting you, giving you so many money, so many nights stay for free, and letting you play, giving you markers and shit. There's no sweat off of them. They not losing a dime. They still, you won $1 million or you won a couple of million. Guess what? That is nothing. That's nothing. You didn't win nothing. That was like the dust that was blown over to you. That was it. That was like, oh, we got to drop some of this off. They just dropped you off. So they just dropped you off some money. That's like a couple of bags falling off. Say for instance, you got a whole dump truck full of gold coins, and 100 of them fall out. and it looked like a mountain. There's so many gold coins in there, all up like up to the peak. So many gold coins in there. You think what's that gonna do? What is that doing to the overall count? Is that killing the count? Now that kills the count for a greedy person. A person of greed, that kills it. But shit, if I know I got like, I always check my money to make sure I got enough to be on the street. You know what I mean? So you check your money and you got, say for instance, you got $117 or something like that. But see, I like to always have at least, I think that you should always have, within 20 miles of your house, you should have at least always have $100 on you, at least. So if I'm within 10 miles of my house and somebody need a 50 or something, they got it. They got the 50, even if I don't have my, even if I don't have my plastic with me. You got 50 coming. I'm not gonna worry about that. But like I said, a person of greed, I'm just saying for 100. A person of greed, I mean, they can have, they might have 1,000 stacks, 1,000 stacks on them, and don't want to loan you 100. Can't drop you off 100. It hurt them. It's like you scratch their whole insides or some shit with knives. And I would never be about that. I'll never be about that, man. I wouldn't be good as far as like being like a gangster type, criminal type like that. I couldn't do it, man, because I like money. I like to be able to get what I get. If I can get something, I like that. But I don't trip though. I can't trip on it like that. Like I said, I've been in and out of money before, so it's like I can't trip like that. But these people, like I said, just like Marlon brought up though, a mob, gangsters is gonna get their shit. Either you're gonna be pushing up flowers, or you're gonna be paying it interest, and their interest is not like the bank interest. Their interest is like double or some shit. You paying them back 100%. Yeah, they marked your shit up. You got 10,000 out of them. You paying back 20. Okay, y'all talking. I'm gonna stay out y'all stuff right now. I got some, which I don't know what that is. Mutual friends with some Albanians and Russians. So I've met them a few times. Yeah, yeah, the Albanians. Yeah, hey, don't sleep on nations you don't know nothing about. It ain't like they got a history too. Albanians got a history. Yep, they definitely got a history. God dang it. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think. Does anybody remember who was I think there was a middleweight. There was a middleweight who was an Albanian. I think it was middleweight. I can't even think of who he was right now. That was real good. Matter of fact, there's some famous people that a lot of people don't even know. From the 80s and stuff. Matter of fact, John Belushi, he's Albanian and his family. They Albanian. Yep. Only people tell mob stories is rats, ex-mobsters that told. Yep. Yep. That's what they call them. They call them rat bastards. You got that right. They will call them a rat bastard in a minute, Marlo. Most considered want people to tell, yeah, but I'm talking about on the law side. The law tell on your ass when they retire. But see, retired people tell shit anyway. When you retired, you tell all the stories. That's why it's good to have at least one retired friend, man. No matter how old you is, have at least one retired friend. If you get tired of messing with your homies and stuff, go talk to the retired. Go talk to that retired, man, because they're going to tell them stories. You can be like, oh, shit, your ears be big. And I always loved old people stories. I can sit around and listen to old people all day long. A lot of people don't like it. They just, because I ain't even about all that. No, man, you got get your ass some real knowledge, man. The books be lying and shit sometimes, too. And I proved that to y'all because remember I told y'all about the Alan Minter story when he was talking about there ain't no black man gonna whoop his ass, more or less. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. And then later on the story came out that he said that he didn't want to lose to a black guy. See, they didn't clean the whole story up. That's not what you said at first. I ain't letting no black dude get my ass. But you didn't know the black dude you was talking about was Marvin Hagler. Yeah, mutual friends. Okay. Only people tell mob story rats. Okay. The least I can say is they're not your average human because some of them shit they do is animalistic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get into the gruesome side of it, but we just know what that is. Gil say, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And Gil go, I don't know shit either. I'm just a friendly person that can hold a conversation. And he cried. Yeah. Hell yeah, Marlon's Corner cried. He got his mouth zipped up. He said, I don't know names or faces. I don't know shit. It was two tall midgets. It was two checkerboard tall midgets is all I can remember. And one of them had on glasses and his head shaved. Tall midgets, checkerboard colored midgets with, black and white midgets. And one had shades on and one of them had his head shaved. That's it. My eyesight is partially gone. Y'all sir said 50-20. I can't see your face. Yeah. Yeah, y'all don't want that kind of smoke, man. Y'all getting that kind of trouble. Y'all really won't be saying. Y'all won't be saying. You don't want to get. Y'all don't want to get that phone call. I'm just saying. Is this how the phone call go, Marlo? Yeah. About that. The thing. You was there for that thing that happened. The thing down there on over at the place. You start getting words like that. The thing that happened over at the place. The other day. Afternoon. That didn't really go down. That didn't happen like that. You understand? That's the phone call you get. Click. You understand that phone call? Everything in there sounds so vague. Like I said, everything sounds so vague, but you get that the understanding of that phone call. I got I'm not really telling. I'm not gonna tell y'all a story, the whole story. But I ended up getting a phone call like that. Yeah. I ended up getting a phone call like that once. But this was a more or less a pretend. It was a pretend gangster though. It wasn't a real gangster. But I just to let y'all know, Eagle's still here. So, yeah. But once y'all when you start getting words like that if you get a phone call and you don't get no specific like words, or everything is like real vague. When they start talking about things, anytime somebody just start talking about things, it's over with. You already know. You know what it is. That means keep quiet on something. When they start talking about things, things ain't going the same. No, things ain't. You're right. Things ain't going the same. Yeah, they start missing when they start mentioning things, and the way I see it, the way I see, or when they come back with questions after they talk about things. Well, it's not a question. When they tell you what you did, like you didn't. When they say you didn't, you don't know anything about that. They don't even ask you like the question. Like they just make the statement. Like you don't know nothing about that. They don't say, you don't know nothing about that, do you? The only thing they ask is, am I clear? All they ask is, do you understand at the end? At the end of them talking about things and stuff. Because you don't want us to go into it. Was different cultures have different meaning for things and stuff. Because things can mean a lot of stuff. But if somebody says, man, if somebody ever say to you that they got to go get these things, hey, I'm going to come over there with them things. So you got them things on them. If somebody say you got them things on them and they headed your way, if you don't have any things at your house, I suggest you leave your house. Because you don't want nobody that's looking for you with them things and you ain't got no things too. Marlon cried. He said, "Not the thing." He cried. Yeah. They the whoop to whoop you. You know. Yeah. Whoop the whoop. You know, cause Eagles were used to cook them things. Yeah. Yeah, cook them things. Mm-mm. I don't want nobody talking to me about no kind of things. If you need to come see me, it's not about me or you having some things. We got to talk. Um, if we're talking, if I'm having a conversation with Marlo or any of y'all, if we having a conversation, then we're gonna use exactly what the f we talking about. If I'm coming to eat and we talking about the food, then that's what we talking about, the food. And we gonna talk about nothing about no other kind of situations. That's a word. Situations, things. See, it ain't. It ain't. Or you didn't. Especially the you didn't. You didn't see. If somebody say you didn't see something, and you know you got your own damn eyes, man, how somebody telling you what you see? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Marlon Corner said that's the feds. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Marlon Corner again. He said, you know the woo whoop we did the other day. He said me. He said, nah, I don't know what the f you talking about. You know the woo whoop. Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying, brother. So if you gonna talk to me, I got to have. Hey, I got to have words, man. If you gonna tell me something, mm-mm, I got to have the words, but you got to let me know. Don't run up on me and give me nothing but pronouns and shit. Don't hit me with a bunch of pronouns and expect me to be expecting you to come over with some. Ain't nobody coming at you clean if they ain't hit you with nothing but pronouns for a whole sentence or 2 or 3 sentences. See, because we got to go get that done, right? We still going to get that done. If somebody say they still going to get that done, or still got to go do that, see, that's how you got to talk. Why are we teaching this kind of shit, Marlo? That's why you got to talk over the phone. Well, we still got to go get that done. You know that, don't you? You got them things. Hey, translate this, Marlo. You still got to go get that done, ain't we? We still going to get that done. You got them things with you, right? All right, just make sure you got the which thing you holding on to, huh? You holding on to that? You holding on to that 20 piece, or you holding on to that 10 piece? What you? All right, bet we'll make that run. Yeah. Hell yeah, Mother said we gotta talk face to face. He said, I don't know what the fuck you look like. Yep. No, I be like, no man, just meet me over here. Yeah, brother. If there's some kind of a issue or something like that, man, let's holler at me like a man, man. Let's talk about this over at but meet me over here at such and such. I give him a straight address. I give him to that shit. We over at the what do you call it? We over at the donut shop, the coffee shop, where I know ain't nothing but cops up. Ain't nothing but 4 or 5 cops cars over there at the time. So yeah, man, just sit down over there. I'll be the one with the say, look, what'd you tell me you got on? Hey, I'll be the one with the glasses on and with the like, hey, you gonna be able to see me, man. I got on nothing. Shit, you gonna be able to see me, man. I got on all white. I said, shit, I got on all white, man. You gonna be able to find me. Don't worry about that. Just come on in this door. After that, yeah. Brother's quarters. He said, if the feds show me a picture of us talking, he said I'll be like, oh, that's what he looked like. I still can't remember what the hell I said. He got the monkey up there with the hairs over the ears. I said, I don't know. He was talking like mush mouth. I said, nah, I don't know what he was talking about. Yep. Said, I don't know nothing. Hey, I'm easy to convince that I don't know shit. Believe that. I'm easy to convince. Hey, don't take that much convincing at me. I'm straight, man. Nah, don't. Because I don't like to get caught up in. And we probably have all got caught up in stuff that we didn't want to get caught up in, man. That's just an uncomfortable feeling, baby. If you're not a life liver like that, if that's not your life, that's just very uncomfortable. And the worst person to bring in to shit like that, if that's not their life, they not like that. Don't bring them into shit like that. I'm not gonna say that my whole life has been like that, just clean, cut and dry like that. But when I got to the point where I had to understand stuff, yeah, and you just let certain shit go, man. Certain people love it, man. Oh man. I just got a message on somebody sent me a message on my messenger, and it was some dude, man. He got jacked for, I don't know, it might have been like I don't know, maybe $3,000, $4,000, something like that. Pretty close, whatever it was. But he's on camera counting money sitting in his car like that. Next thing you knew, somebody came up on the passenger side and had a gun up to his head. Talking about give the money up. Man, he didn't know what to say, man. He had to give that money up though. I was like, why would you go through a hood? A hood. Because everybody know a neighborhood is different than a hood. Why would you go through a hood counting your money, got your money all fanned out like that, and you going slow down the street? Why would you do that? Yep. Marlon said, I don't know shit about no murder. He said, I was way in California. That's right. Derek Betty, you seen that shit? Ain't that stupid, Derek? Derek Betty seen it. Derek Betty said, I seen that eagle. He said, I seen that video, eagle. That was the dumbest shit. You need your ass whooped. You need your money taken, and you need your ass whooped. Yeah, Marlon Cohen said, I don't know shit about no murder. I was on my way to California and Eagles wearing boxing. He said, smoking grass all that morning. With the 2 pairs of shades on. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, with the 2 pairs of shades on, yeah. Yeah, the white shades. Yeah, he had the 2 pairs of shades on. That's the same one. That's the same way. Yeah, he out there, like flossing and shit and got caught up and got stuck up. Stupid ass. That's just dumb shit. No, I'm serious, Yasser Hussein. You think we playing? But it kind of looked, that could be true too. Marlon Cohen said it looked kind of scripted. I don't know. I don't know if that shit was scripted. Now you look at his eyes good enough. He don't look like it don't look like it was scripted when you seen his eyes. He looked surprised enough to me. I don't know. What would you do? Slap his arm down and tell you that's the best thing to do is quickly knock that shit down and tell your driver to drive. If it was scripted, it was scripted, but it's a good script because I'm showing people the dumb shit not to do. So that could be helpful. I'm showing people, hey, don't do this shit in the hood. Or get your ass yacked up and jacked up. That's what it is, though. Yep. But we're going to have somebody, man, eventually we're going to have to have somebody that's going to go forward and drag this boxing, man. Somebody got to be the tugboat and drag boxing with them, man. So, because we're going to keep having all these outside distractions. Like I said, no other era in boxing this shit would have happened. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, I'm not an advocate for no fighters, man, until their career is over with. Because I don't trust none of them. All of them suspect to a certain extent. And even if you try to argue with me, say, "Oh, this fighter been doing nothing but good," Odell Eagle, no, nope. I don't want to hear that shit until they retire. Until they just out. If they do the same shit that Marvin Hagler did, then I'm good with them. I'm good because Marvin Hagler said, "F that, I'm leaving the country." So he became a Italian movie star over in Italy. See, now if Floyd would have done that shit, I'd have been good. But Floyd's still hanging around. He don't know when the limelights just stop. He don't know when the lights, camera, action. It's time for you to go. He don't know. He made more money than any other boxer in history, right? Supposedly. I don't know, because I think Ali might have made a lot more money than what we think he made because of the Ali brand, because the Ali brand is still going. But what you doing for your brand if you don't never hang up? If you never leave, what you doing for your brand? What you doing for your sport? See, but I blame you, the boxers. I blame y'all because what happened is when everybody seen that you started, when you just wanted nothing but money, everybody seen that, and that's all you was thinking about. And then I can see that this kind of shit can happen. But it's a good idea though. I'm not mad at the idea of having a Legends League on anything. I'm not mad at the idea because a lot of times you can see some greatness still in those type of forums, and also you can just see what used to be there. You still see that fire and passion. And sometimes, I mean, it's just fun a lot of times. I'm not the price wise. Now you got to be kind of cautious with the price. You know, the price can't. You got to. I mean, if you're gonna keep me interested, you got to. You can't be killing my pocket for it. Because I wouldn't mind seeing some of the older athletes, not necessarily just all boxers, but like I said, we don't have somebody that actually is on top like that to where we're that excited about. And I proved that by the last time that we were talking about it, when we talked about. As a matter of fact, I told y'all the truth. I went back and watched Barry Sanders highlights. I said, what would y'all rather watch? If you think that all the boxing has a superstar, I said, what would y'all rather watch? Would y'all rather watch Crawford highlights or Barry Sanders juking the shit out of somebody highlights? And after the chat, I didn't even have time, but I had that shit on. I found that shit on YouTube, and I was watching Barry Sanders juke the shit out of people. That was more exciting to me. You know what I mean? Because some fighters, you can't go watch their highlights. I could watch shit like that. I could watch Barry Sanders highlights like over and over and over and over again. Just like I said, man, how many people went back and just watched the Kell Brook fight over and over again, or the Amir Khan fight over and over again? I guarantee you right now that you went and watched the Brazil KTFO from Deontay Wilder more than probably any fight that you watched over and over again. I know you. I must have seen that shit hundreds of times. That knockout, because Paulie Malignaggi was just about to give Brazil some credit too. Oh, give credit to Brazil because he, doing this and that, and all of a sudden, boom, it was lights out. That's what you call lights out. You're talking about James Toney's lights out, but that was like lights out right there, baby. Yep. Let's go. Yep. Yeah. He said, remember when that chick that had her money snatched live? Yeah, you could look at a lot of those things at Derek Bailey. They got a bunch of those things where people getting robbed and shit. And this is, well, out of all this stuff, man, I'm going to tell you the worst thing. This is the worst thing. And I don't care, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now. If you do me, and if they do that shit again, if you do me and I don't go out, I'm going to get your ass. I guarantee you're going to get ran completely over. I'm going to run your shit over in my car, my truck. Hopefully I got my truck right next to me and you do that shit. But they was playing the knockout game, where they was just running through. Now this shit's real. This shit don't think that shit was fake. Where they was just running up behind like vulnerable people, and just one hitter quitting their ass in the back of the head or in the face or something. That's one of the dirtiest shits I ever seen in my entire life, for somebody to do that kind of shit. Yep. Marlon's calling right back where he said if not, he needed to get got. He said, there's people starving out here. That's right. People starving, man. Right now, this is the worst time right now to be just showing money and flashing and all that old shit. And that's why Mayweather is just not relevant for today with his money and shit. Where you got, and so Marlon's right though. You got too many people. You got people just, and I don't know what part of starving he meant. I don't know if he meant like the real people that's starving, or just starving to to get paid like that or what. But either way, the starving people, man, need to get that. They want to get their money, man. Yeah. Okay. Marlon's going to set up. He said, I saw a cat get robbed on IG. He said, but after he gave up the money, it was some bullets that went with it. Yeah, you can say you got. Hey, if you eating this meal, you forgot to season that shit. Yep, I got the seasoning. You want to eat a meal from me for free, then I'm gonna give you some seasons and go with it. That was slick talk, not slick like that, not slick like y'all know what it is, cause y'all know I don't like. That's one thing Eagle don't like, slick talk. Morris Cole said, dude, he said, dude did good for maybe 2 steps with the loot. Damn, yeah. Hey, you grab the groceries, you got it coming. Yeah, y'all sort of said I saw. Yeah, he said he saw one with a streamer or a YouTuber got robbed live. But they do dumb shit. They set themselves up for this shit. Like you got the guys that go out and they start fights with people, but it's a prank. And a couple of them got busted up. They had this one dude, man. Look it up, man. Look up the bouncer uppercut. This was the big ass dude. He's talking about how many stones y'all talking about? The heaviest person in here, 16 stone. Man, this dude had to be probably, I'm gonna say 19 stone, maybe more than that. Might have been 20 stone or whatever. And some dude went over to him talking about he wanted to give him his first kiss. And he was eating, the dude was eating, the big dude. This is a big bouncer, man, or something, at a club. And he just hit the dude like this. He said, what? He did like this. Watch out. It made me hit my own table. He said, watch out like that. Hit him with the uppercut. And he put the dude's tooth, knocked his tooth out or some teeth out, cracked his chin, and it was a prank. Well, you youngsters out there, y'all got, stop that shit, man. Stop that shit, man. Yeah. Yeah, sir. Y'all started to come up with all this shit now. Y'all remember this shit. Y'all, sir, said, didn't that Adam 22 get rolled on in his studio? Yeah, I don't know. Didn't know about that one, man. I try to stay clear, man. I'm sure he did. Okay, that's you talking to Marlo. Yeah. I know someone's going to slap him. And Vlad knows the asses. Oh, Vlad. But Vlad been around for so long, though. That's the whole thing, man. Vlad been around for so long. It's not like I said, when we was talking about like the whole money thing, when somebody, if you know somebody's cheap and they just want to get paid, then you already know that they MO, right? So with Vlad, it's not like, okay, if you watched a few of his shows, it's not like you don't know what you headed for. That's like Breakfast Club and any other ones, man. It's like you know what you in for. That's all entertainment for them, man. That's for their ratings. That's not for you. They're not trying to give you the shout out. Most shows only gonna give you like a second. I'm gonna tell you right now that new media gives you more of a chance to shine. If you deal with like a certain person, because I appreciate Marlo and them, Marlo's Corner, you go in there, Marlo say put your link up in here for the fam, because he know that the real real boxing chat and real chat. He knows there's only like a handful of us. It's not like a whole lot of us. It's none of us that got hundreds of thousands of followers or nothing like that. He know that we small, and the thing about it is we could have grew with other people, but they was on some bullshit. You know what I mean? They was on some bullshit for no reason, man. And this drug everybody at the same time, man. Drug us down like an anchor, man. A drowning anchor, not no supporting anchor and shit. Not no buoy. A freaking drowning anchor and shit like that, man. But I'm just saying, man, that's just what it is with the real, with real people. Like I said, new media it help boost people up more than old media or these shows. Yeah, because all they gonna talk about when you leave, oh, you see how we got him and asked this question. How can you believe he came back and said this? That's all they gonna do is clown you afterwards, man. Yep, yep. Oh yeah, Derek Bay said, I remember that knockout game. Yeah, Derek Bay, remember that shit? Yeah, the knockout game. And it wasn't that damn long ago, Derek Bay. It wasn't like it was 100 years ago. Yeah, that knockout game, that shit wasn't funny. Oh, that's dirty right there. That had to be a death sentence right there. See, they peed on one dude after getting knocked out. And didn't somebody get revenge or something like that on one of the knockout game persons? I gotta look that up now because I'm quite sure that somebody got revenge on one of them. So they was playing the knockout game, and somebody got caught. Yeah, that shit is. But yeah, sir, that shit is not. Believe me, that shit's not funny, man. Because they was taking it out on people that, like, people that couldn't really fend for themselves, like real thin or old or something. Yeah. Marlos Corner said, man, if I turn into a victim of that knockout game, he said, I would turn into the real live candy man. He said, those fools wouldn't, God dang it, let me shit them roll down. He said, those fools wouldn't even have to say my name. I'm going to pop up a payback in mind, yeah. Yeah, with that payback, yep. He said they wouldn't have to say, they wouldn't have to say Candyman 3 times. Marlon said he'd be on that ass, right? See, yeah. Y'all, sir, said I never heard the guy rap that dude's name, Pee Wee or something. He handed Vlad interview proper. Yep. Yeah. But that's how you got to do that shit, though. You're right. That's 100% truthful, too. If somebody's going to have you on a show where it's just all set up, and believe me, Eagles Way was never set up. All I do is I try to bring us up a little step at a time. Like I said, we'll talk about a subject, and then that subject comes back up again, and we just put another twist on it. It's just and the twist I like to do, I like to add like a little bit more information. Because I wouldn't have probably never talked about Bob Arum, is because the reason I end up talking about him is because he wasn't nobody was really allowed to talk about him in here. And then his name kept coming up. I said, let me go back let me go back and find out even more about this damn Bob Arum. And so that's what I found out. I'm like, okay, so he been a pocket watcher. So he always he's just been, that's that, do I say it? That's exactly what that is. That's that master mentality that he got. And I'm gonna tell you the language behind that. This is the language behind that. You read through the language. You read through the language, okay? Don't go by what somebody says. You got to read through the shit sometime. Because believe me, he's on this shit. You're lucky I gave you that. You're fortunate to get that. See, that's the kind of language. And I'm like, you guys know that's that master language. You're fortunate that we allow you to get that. Get to walking. Just, it's too much we can talk about him. We'll get on his ass again. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta do that shit. Hey, that's just like, that's just what we was talking about earlier, little Marlo. It's just like instead of having our gangster talk, it's like we don't know shit. Like I told you, if you want me to describe him, that whole description gonna be all messed up. It's gonna be like the profile that they give for the for the black man all the time, right? Say, he's in between 4'11" and 6'8". Yeah, of course. The suspect is in between 4'11" and 6'8", in between 110 pounds and 250 pounds. Right? They always have a limit though. You got to limit at like maybe 250. 250 is a limit for a profile. You don't really go higher than 250 because they know a person that big is just not mobile, and you would automatically know. Then you don't even have the small guy as part of the profile. You don't say 4'11" anymore. Oh no, that dude was like about 6'7" or something like that, 6'8". He weighed at least 350 or something, or no matter what. That's a whole different profile. That's not. And another way, when they profile like that, a lot of times they don't even know the nationality when you profile somebody that big. I don't know. You kind of lose your nationality at a certain size. If and yes, you're just like, I don't know. But you do. You lose your nationality at a certain size. I don't know. I don't know. For me, am I being cold? I hope I'm not. But I'm saying at a certain size, man, when you got them 4 and 5 bangers and shit, them 6 bangers. When I say bangers, that's hundreds. Every bang is 100, man. When you got them 5 and 6 bangers, man, that's like, I'm not even gonna tell my story because I started laughing already. I'm not even gonna tell it. I was gonna tell it, man, but it's a sad story. But it's not sad for me, but it's just sad that a person would still. I'm not gonna tell y'all the story, but I'll just tell you the sad part of it. Isn't it sad that if if you already say, for instance, you're don't throw up, and I don't want y'all throwing up. But say, for instance, you're only 5. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of height. Let's say you 5'8". You 5'8". You only 5'8", but you're a 4.5 banger, right? And you can hardly you barely moving around, but you still moving around enough. Do you have any place to have your ass up in the snacks aisle buying snacks? You 5'8", and you a 4+5 banger at least. That's in other words, you weigh at least 450. Do you have any place to be in any kind of snack aisle? Should you be buying snacks at any cost? And I'm saying, and this is no, and I'm not getting on if anybody's real big in my chat. I'm looking out for your safety, for your health. Please lose weight. Get some help, or just lose weight. But I'm just saying, you have no business. If you're mad at me or not, you have no business in the snack aisle if you got that goddamn big. Anyway, let's go back. Let's see. Y'all sir said, I heard they using Vlad's interview for Casanova. I said him we said cheffing man's up in prison talking stuff. They may be. Yeah. See, but y'all still mess with Vlad though. See? Y'all messing with him. Y'all mess with Vlad, but y'all like, I'm not saying he's real popular and stuff like that, but I'm saying y'all messing with him. So y'all know what you know more or less what they gonna do. So you know what a smart person has to do when they get on that show. When a smart person gets on there. Shit, just like, because my interviews ain't gonna be the same. If I'm interviewing people, I'm not gonna ask the same old dumbass questions and stuff like that. I'm gonna make sure I got some good questions for them. Make sure I got some good questions and stuff. I want the people to get the real insight. I want them to have to hide shit like, nah. Shit, good. I want them to laugh. I want them to smile and be like, yeah, how you notice that? You very observant. That's what I want. I want somebody to say I'm observant, because then it seems like, I mean, is that I'm an interviewer that's really interested in asking the right questions, because some people just don't. It's simple as that, man. But anyway, we'll get more into it. But don't worry about the Stevenson. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. A lot of these fighters need help, and they may never get the help. So you may never see the knockouts and stuff that you want. AJ, I don't know. The verdict is still out there. Nobody really wanted to say that you're the ship, because you're the heavyweight. Nobody really wanted to say that you're the one that's pulling everybody forward. The chat would not commit to you. I put it out there as a title, but nobody wouldn't commit. I'm sorry, AJ. So they wouldn't commit. We still got some trust issues, I suppose. We still got trust issues with you. Yeah, let me see. Let me read. Yeah, but we still got some issues with you. He said, laugh out loud. It's a Diet Coke and double burger with cheese. And that Eagles wear boxing. You cutting up. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I've been around people. Believe me, Marlon, I've been around a lot of them, man. I done been fed by them and stuff. I done been with the boys. I've been with the boys and went and, you never even see, most people don't even know that McDonald's have bags, right? Like big bags. bags with handles. Y'all don't even know that, huh? So I was with one of my big boys, and he went in to McDonald's, right? And he came out with a bag full. He had like you could swear he had everything, all kinds of burgers, sandwiches, or whatever sandwiches McDonald's make or whatever they make. He had the whole menu in a bag, right? And shake, uh, and drinks and stuff. And we was just chilling. We didn't even know he was really. I don't think we even knew he was actually going in there. But then he asked us if we wanted him to go in there and get us something. I'm like, no, man. I was just knowing that he was about to eat all that food made me say no. Everybody was like, no, man, we good, we straight. Man, I'm like, I can't eat in front of nobody like that, man, because he still might be hungry and want some of mine still. And the way he eating like that, I wasn't trying to cut into the big folk. Yeah, but y'all sir say all the rappers should watch Pee Wee's interview with Vlad if they can't imitate. There you go. If you can't imitate it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But y'all know what it is, man. AJ, I don't know, man. We try to give you some pub out there. Somebody will come back and give me a thumbs down. Don't worry about it. But right now I got all thumbs up because I went and checked just to make sure that y'all thumb me up. I went and checked it out. So later on I'll have a thumbs down because that's what they do when they realize that AJ did not get the pass today. You know, they didn't got the pass. Like you got the pass, but we didn't push you forward, man. We don't know if you're that person, man. And so we just gonna say, look, the verdict is out for all you fighters. So y'all come back and do what y'all got to do, man. But y'all already know, man. I'll still be here. Y'all can still conversate for a second, so don't worry about it. But my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know this is Monday, man. Nothing but blessings, baby. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.